What's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning to everybody. Listen, welcome to the ride this morning as we talk a little cowboy content. What's going on? I hope that you would share this very quickly as I am doing while I'm driving in to work. Hope you're having a great morning so far. If you're waking up and hanging with me just for a little bit, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. For those that are here, do me a favor and hit that like button for me. I don't know how many are here. I really can't, obviously I can't see because I'm driving. But I hope that you would share the content. I hope you would like the content, hit that like button, coming on, so early in the morning. You don't expect a big crowd. You know what I'm saying? At least I didn't. Uh, Considering my last show in the morning, but I was amazed that my last previous show got over uh, almost about 1,300 views. I was shocked, very shocked at that. The people, I do know that people look at it during the day and whatever, but it's kind of shocked to see that. Happy about it, of course. That was just on Facebook. I'm not even counting what I did on YouTube. So you just never know who will pop in on you and look at you. So the more that you hit that like button, the more that it is, put in places in front of faces that maybe I usually do not have the opportunity to see. That's what you guys do for me. So I appreciate if you hit that like button. If you can, why don't you hit it about 20 times? Just smash it real quick, just like this, and you can get it there. for me, and I appreciate that. Let's talk real quick because we don't have a lot of time. We try to make this a quick show. Uh, I was thinking over the last couple of years that when you really look at it, the Cowboys have been pretty much consistent in their off-season progression, if you let me say that. It's really all teams have the same program, but it's an area of the Cowboys that I think we have suffered in when we get to a certain point. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's see if you agree. Really, all teams have the same thing, but here's the progression. All season begins. The Dallas Cowboys do not really go after free agents, as we all know, not big main free agents. We wait until day 8 or day 9 of free agency. We will do it, but it's not with the big names. As I've said so many years, the Cowboys primarily in free agency use it for depth, really not major impact. So we miss out on, the high paying in free agents or whatever. And, it's up to your perception whether you think they should or you shouldn't. But we go through this every year. So the Cowboys went through that. And then we get excited about the draft. Usually the Cowboys draft pretty decently, pretty well. Will McClay does a great job getting talent here, young talent here. Some of that that is what they consider impact. That's what they do. They want their guys to get on the field early, develop them in 2 to 3 years. Most of them will be uh, Pro Bowlers at least. And for some, of course, they're all pros. That's been the system. It has worked. So you really can't knock the system, at least to them, because it has produced. No, it has not produced Super Bowls. No, it has not, produced long standing success in playoff runs. No, it has not. But you cannot say that the talent has not been there. So that's the usual thing, and that's what we've done again, the same thing again this year. We get to the off season right after the draft. This continued off season. We sign, maybe a real hit player there or trade for a player. A couple years ago, we did that with Stephon Gilmore. Significant trade for us at the time. Gilmore could play. We did that during the off season. We got him in. It worked out. That's kind of what we do. Now we do the same thing, kind of like with George Pickens. Uh, that's a significant trade. Could be boom or bust. I lean to say it's going to be boom. Think it's going to be a great move for the Cowboys. And here we are. But this is the point right about here where I say I'm going all the way back to the Jason Garrett era. And that would include Jason Garrett. It would include Coach McCarthy. You can always go, you can go back even further if you really want to. And that is, we are almost at that point now where we are about to get the players in the hands now of the coaches. Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, Will McClay, everybody got to kind of move out the way now. And depending on who your coaches are and the philosophy that they are going to try to implement on this team really will determine your season, how you play. If you got a bunch of physical guys, do you have a finesse coach that's not going to teach physicality, but teach more of a pretty finesse type play style. And when games start getting real tight and it's time to get physical, it really ain't been emphasized. It's really not in the coordinator's job to impose physicality when you've been teaching finesse all season. It's kind of hard to push the button of physicality now. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I can't, when I say the name Kellen Moore, when I say his name, I forget last year with Philadelphia, and he pressed the button of physicality by running the ball. That really ain't Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore is a pass-happy coordinator. He was forced to run it last year, and Lord have mercy, he did a great job. He won a Super Bowl out of it. But that's really not him. He's a shotgun, finesse, have his linemen go backwards in pass protection more than they do go forward mauling people. That's Kellen Moore. And if that's what he's teaching from day one, when the training camp starts, yes, that works for some teams when you're multi-talented and you're playing lesser teams, you can do that. But what happens when you have to face? What happens when you have to face? I'm hearing an echo in my ear. I don't know what it is. But what happens when you have a coach that is trying to, when you have to push the button of physicality against a San Francisco, and it's really not in you. Let me fast forward because I don't know what's going on with my sound. If I'm echoing, I apologize. I'm excited. I'm excited this year because I really do feel that the players this year will be in the hands of coaches that will impose pure physicality, which is what has really been missing on our team. Yeah, we have the talent, but we really didn't have the proper way to play. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I need, it's real simple. I need my lineman to go forward. If you want to play a physical brand of football, you need your lineman to go forward, not pass block all game long. You need to impose your will on people. And so I'm excited this year. And I know somebody say, well, we don't know Coach Einheimer. He's a first year coach and all that type of stuff. Yeah, but when you look at his resume, his previous jobs, the man all he coached was physicality, even as an offensive play caller. You can't help but say that. I mean, that's all he has on his resume. So, and when you talk about the offensive coordinator from Arizona, who's with us now, he's with us. I mean, all he knows is physicality. I'm not expecting finesse. I'm expecting some parts of finesse, but overall, the identity should be based off the coaching staff that we have. When you talk about Coach Eberflus, that's physical. That's what I'm excited about. See, if I got physicality plus the talent, I think we're going to be all right. So this is the area, even last year, Coach McCarthy, who sweared up and down, he wanted to run the ball and all that type of stuff. Well, we know how that changed. Even with the little Cooper Rush mixed in, he still wanted to be pass happy. Still didn't want to get the ball to Rico enough. So I'm excited. That's really what all I want to tell you guys this year. I mean, about this morning. I'm sorry. I'm excited because I actually believe, and of course they can prove me wrong. You know, if Dak Prescott come out here and throw the ball 50 times or 39 times a game, then I'm gonna be a little shocked because that don't really match Coach Schottenheimer's style. It just don't. And if it happens, I'll be the first to say, hey, you know, and I don't. That's all I got to say. So I know what it was with my other phone. I get it. So I don't know how you feel about it. I believe in the talk of Coach Schottenheimer right now. He ain't lied to us yet. There will be some games. The Cowboys, because of the talent, let's be realistic, pick your poison. That's what that's what defensive coordinators are gonna have to choose. All right, which one you want to shut down? But when you shut one little piece down or try to, it's other pieces there. You want to try to shut down the running game? Look at the wideouts now. We'll whoop you that way. I believe in that with Pickens and Lamb and whoever the third receiver gonna be and the catching out the backfield. I believe Dak Prescott gonna put 30 points up regardless. I believe that. Now how that 30 gonna come, pick your poison. I believe we can line up and we can have an effective running game. And if you wanna leave a light box because of Pickens' arrival and you don't want to load the box, I believe that we got a running backs right now in the room that can beat a 7-man box. I believe that. Without trying to get nobody else. I believe we got running backs in there that can beat a 7-man box. So pick your poison. That's the way I look at it. I ain't bring up Jay Ferguson with the receiving core. Don't forget about him. So I think that's the case. But the bottom line to me now is you got the ingredients in the kitchen. You do have it. Now the question is, can you cook? Can you cook? That's if you can't cook, we're gonna have a whole bunch of talent with improper coaching that don't know what to do with the talent, and we'll be talking this way again next year, the same way. However, without any evidence of being a head coach, I believe that at least the identity of the Cowboys will be intact because you are surrounded with coaches who know nothing else but being physical. That's I'm sorry. That's all I got. That's all I got to hang my hat on this morning. Look, when I say Kellen Moore and I say physical or finesse, you will associate the word finesse with Kellen Moore more than physical. It just don't match. If I say Coach McCarthy and I say finesse or physical, most of you gonna say finesse. I'm gonna say finesse. I don't see physical. I didn't. I saw glimpses of it, but I didn't see the brand that he swore up and down he wanted to have. I didn't see it in all the years he was there. I'm not saying that he couldn't run the ball. I just said he saw it a different way. He wanted to pass the ball. There you go. All I'm saying is that because of the coaching staff that we have, and when you go back and look at their teams, see how they played the game, I have no choice right now when I say, okay, Brian Schottenheimer, finesse or physical. I have no choice but to say physical. When I look at the offensive coordinator, the coach that came from Arizona, when I say physical or finesse for him, which one are you gonna say? I'm gonna say physical. When I say Matt Eberflus, when I look at his past jobs, finesse or physical. I have no choice but to say physical. So I'm going in thinking in training camp that we going to be a tough football team. Does that mean 10 wins? Does that mean 11 wins? 12, 13 wins? I don't know. I will say that I have expectations now because of the talent level that we have. I will say that. What does that equal to? I don't know. Do I expect playoffs? Yes. I'll go ahead and say that now. After what we've done, yeah, I expect the playoffs. Do I expect to win the division? I ain't saying that. I know Philly is still Philly, and I assume Washington is all right. However, the thing about Washington, y'all, is this. They won. Yes, they made the NFC Championship game, and yes, they're tough. I'll give you credit. I give them credit. But they sure won a whole lot of ball games with a lot of luck last year at the end. Y'all remember that? But those same 3 or 4 wins could be losses. What does that make them? You don't get lucky like that every year. Sometimes the sun shines real bright on you. That's what happened with Washington last year. I remember the Hail Marys and the last second plays that led to a big long field goal. They won. I give Washington credit. They can't argue with the sense it happened for them. But those things could actually turn real quick. So let's be realistic about that. Philly just whooped tail last year. Philly did. I can't take nothing from them. They beat people. They beat people up. They had a running back that ran over 2,000 yards. Hey, they beat people up. You would assume that they will come with the same style. That don't mean that they're gonna be the best in the division. I don't know. All I know is to get this team where we need to be, considering that a lot of our playoffs lack of success happened because we just got beat up. We got pushed around by physical football teams while we were trying to play finesse in the playoffs. We got beat up. That had to change. Mike McCarthy don't translate that for us. I don't know if Schottenheimer will, but I have no choice but to believe in the hype right now. This is the time where we're gonna find out when the players get into the coach's hands and they get to implement the system. They get to implement the attitude. They get to implement the style. That's what I'm ready for. Good. We got Pickens. If we get somebody else, good, fine. You can have Amari Cooper, a rookie CD Lamb, and a healthy Michael Gallup, and Coach McCarthy with all that. You got 3 all-pro linemen, but they backing up in pass protection. See what I'm saying? You really didn't get a chance to do the running game. I had a healthier Tony Pollard. I had a banged up Ezekiel Elliott, and the lead back would only have 14 carries a game. That was the lead. The other running back may have 5 or 6. 20 times you ran the ball, but you threw the ball with Dak 35 plus times. That's not physicality. But you got 3 all-pro linemen. How you think they got all-pro for pass protection? Really? That reminds me of the Scott Linehan days. Always passing with Romo. Barely ran the ball. Did it one good year. Kind of like Kellen Moore did it with Saquon Barkley. Linehan did it one good year with DeMarco Murray. Ran him to death. It was one of our best years, though. We are pass happy team. That's where we've been, really, when you really look at it. Physical, we had physical players, but we really hadn't really had a physical style of play, consistent. I think we got a chance for it now. That's all I'm hoping for. We about to find out, y'all. Cowboys, this offseason, when I come on another show, a lot of you didn't like the offseason. A lot of you didn't like what we've done. A lot of you didn't like the draft. Some of y'all didn't like the draft. Some of y'all wanted wide receiver. Now you see why they didn't do it. Now that you got Pickens now, once you add it all up, I believe some of you got to change y'all draft grade, your off-season grade. Let me put it that way. A lot of you got to change. Y'all got to change the off-season grade. I've had to change mine. I think last time I was here, I think gave him a B minus, or I think I gave him a B minus for the off season. Oh, that's changed. I'm going all the way up now. I give them an A plus for what they had to do and change things around with a new coaching staff. They've changed the whole team really with the addition of some of these guys. Pickens changed the whole offense. Pickens changes everything. Pickens changes the way defensive coordinators got to play us now. Just by adding him. Your whole philosophy has to change now. That's how, just that one man, it changed everything. It changed Pickens here will probably change a defensive coordinator consistently bringing 8 men in the box. That's how powerful that move was. Just football strategy. It changes things. That's how big Pickens is. Pickens, yes, CD probably still gonna get doubled, but with the addition of Pickens, guess what's gonna happen? He ain't gonna get double as much as he has been. You ain't gonna be able to do it. Pickens will change now the way that the Cowboys will play. I mean, change the way how you attack the Cowboys. You will now have to have a two-shell look against the Cowboys now. That's what we're gonna see next year. I can tell you that right now. Rather than a single high, no, you're gonna have 2 safeties over the top now. That's how powerful Pickens is. Just his presence. I ain't even talking about production. Just his presence makes defensive coordinators have to spend more hours on how they gonna play the Cowboys. I got to give them an A plus. One man changed. One man. One man is gonna change the way that you sneak up to the box. There's gonna be some light boxes now. The running game. It's gonna be a 7-man box. A lot of times. Are they gonna be scared of Lamb, Ferguson, and Pickens? Y'all can't tell me no different. I know football. At least I know that. You got to change the way you play the Cowboys now. That alone makes it an A plus for the offseason. But it don't make a difference if you got all of this good tools in the toolbox and you got a coaching staff that don't know what to do with it. That's the part where I'm excited about this year. This is going to tell it all. So the question now becomes, and I already can answer it. I believe that Coach Schottenheimer, since he's going to be our play caller, I believe, without saying one play call, but all I got to do is go back and look at the tapes from Seattle when he was offensive coordinator. Based off that, I believe that Coach Schottenheimer can cook. Yeah. Based off of the running game that the Arizona Cardinals had, I believe that a running style, a very good one, will be implemented in the Dallas Cowboys offense. Based off what I saw in Arizona for a couple of years. With James Carter, the backup running backs. I'm not even going to count Kyler Murray because Dak Prescott is not Kyler Murray, so I'm not even bringing that into play. Just based off just the running back game, I have no choice but to say with better linemen, because we got better linemen in Dallas than he had in Arizona. So I'm going to say, based off of that, I believe that the running game has a real shot of cooking pretty well. Ain't got no choice. I'm excited. Ain't no sense in me lying about it. I'm excited. I'm excited. I said it last time I was with you guys, and I'm going to say it again. For the first time in about at this point in the offseason, for the first time, I almost want to say in about six years maybe, I can honestly say, based off of the way that the Cowboys have moved in this offseason, I can honestly say that the Dallas Cowboys are really trying to win. I can approach the season in my content totally different now. When they went and got Pickens, that was the indication to me. Maybe not to y'all, to me. I ain't worried about Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons gonna get signed. I ain't worried about that. When I saw Pickens and rolling the dice that way, I know now that I have no choice but to say about Jerry and Steven now. Okay, they're trying to win. And since I said that, now my whole way of doing content changes now. Because now I got to go in it totally different. They trying to win now. That's what I'm trying to say. They trying to win now, y'all. Now everything makes sense. Now you understand why they weren't worried about no wide receiver in the draft. It was all playing. They waited at the right time. They weren't worried about that. They wasn't. That's why they got Booker with the first round pick instead of Matthew Golden, like a lot of people wanted. Everybody wanted Tit, but you knew Tit wasn't going to be there anyway. Now you understand. With Pickens there, now everything makes sense. Now that we got Pickens, Pickens is what, 24 years old? I know he last deal, last year of the deal and all that kind of stuff. But let's use common sense. The Cowboys, what he said, all they gave up is a third and a sixth. Well, the other teams, that ain't nothing. But to the Cowboys, that means something. Why? Because we love drafting. We love our picks. So it means something to us. I don't care what nobody's saying. It's the last year of his deal. Let me make some perfectly common sense to you. The Cowboys, let me tell y'all. The Cowboys, I'm gonna put it out here now. If Pickens come in here and gets us over 1,000 yards or right under, you would expect him, if he's not injured, of course, you would expect him to get over 1,000 yards. He's that type of player. Yeah, and yeah, you're gonna have to pay him, but you ain't gonna have to pay him as the top receiver in the game. You may have to pay him as right in that range of a number two receiver. I don't think he's gonna have number one numbers, but I expect him to get over 1,000 yards. And yeah, you gonna want to pay him. Yeah, he may have other people if he reaches free agency. If the Cowboys are gonna sign him, they're gonna get him done before the season over with. They ain't gonna let him if he's that valuable, like I think he's gonna be. The Cowboys gonna hem him up. before it hits that. Because other teams want to pull them from us. I really feel like that. They gave up a lot to get them. I don't care what y'all say. Cowboys don't like giving up draft picks. They don't. That's not what we do. And we got to remember, they're trying to win within these next 4 years because they just gave Dak Prescott $60 million. They gave CeeDee Lamb 34. They about to pay Parsons. Trust me. Let's use common sense now. They're trying to win right now. They're trying to get it done. You got 4 years to get this thing done. You got 4 years. Well, however long Dak Prescott is in a Dallas Cowboy uniform, you got to get it done within these 3 years. So you're doing what we've been asking. Look, Philadelphia got 2 number ones. Miami got 2 number ones. Look, the Rams got Puka and Devontae Adams. They got 2 number ones. They surrounding these guys with a lot of weapons. You got to get in gear. You got to catch up. They did it. They get Pickens and Lamb. Now everybody's saying, oh, my God, they got to be top 5. See how quick things change? Just like that. Just like that. Now all of a sudden we got one of the top 5 duos in the league. Just like that. Now when Pickens get there, now y'all notice the narrative about our line. Do y'all see how they already saying the Cowboys have a very good line? Now how in the world did it change so quickly? They ain't played yet. At first they were saying they got a skeptical line. If guiding, if BB, advance, if still. That's what they were saying. 2 days later after Pickens, now they're saying they got a very good offensive line. I'm like, come on, dog. How did it change? See what I'm saying? So I feel like I really believe what they're saying. It's just amazing how things change just like that. You see what I'm saying? All I'm telling you guys is you don't have to. This is just me. I'm believing the hype. Hey, I'm gonna let me speak to everybody. Drew, the Eagle fan, my brother here, he said, do I think that the Cowboys are as talented as the Eagles? No. The Eagles, you guys have the best line in the game. We don't have the best line in the game. And the jury's still out on how good my line is. I got to see them play first. We got to go hit people in the mouth first before I say, okay, we got a great offensive line. I can't do it off paper. I got to see it on the grass. The grass showed y'all got the best offensive line in the game. You had the best running back in the world last year. Offensively, y'all were real good. Defensively, y'all were real good. Y'all the world champions. So no, I can't. No, we're not as talented as that. We're not as talented as y'all are, but we're good. I'll say that. I'll say that. I ain't saying y'all we're good as the Eagles. I didn't say that at all. I never said that. I didn't say that. I just said, but we're good. We gonna cause some damage. I'll say that, Drew. And when we play y'all, buckle up your chin strap. I'll say that. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. Quack, quack. What's up, James Garland? Speak to all y'all in here through hanging with your boy right now. Quack, quack. Kermit. Matty Kachuk. He ain't give away all his money, Matty Kachuk. Got plenty more. About to give Parsons his. We gave CD big money. Don't forget about that. I can tell you ain't a Cowboy fan, but it's all good. Pyro. No idea what I stumble in on. You stumble in on big time. I am. In the words of the great Ric Flair. Woo! I am big time. This is the big time show. That's what you stumbled on. Y'all think I'm just going through the comments. I missed him early. I don't know if he's still here, but that guy right there said, no idea what I stumbled upon. I just told him. I am. I'm big time. Yeah, I wish I had my smoke right here. Wish I had my smoke where I could let the smoke fly like I'm the Undertaker or somebody. I'm big time. That's what I am. All right. Who else on here? DJ Big Time, who's stopping the run? Barkley will average 150 on Dallas defense. He didn't average that against us last year. But to answer your question, we got better than last year on paper. Oh, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff on paper sounds real good. On paper, well, the grass is gonna tell everything. So that's why I'm saying that's why I'm saying I'm gonna let my coaches implement what they do, and I believe in this coaching staff. I do, and the whole goal this year is to be physical completely. We'll see. Darren Brownlee, how you doing? Chris, what's up, brother? Brian, they're gonna use him. Brian says, I'm wondering if they would really use Pickens or will it be a decoy? No, sir. They're gonna use him. You're not gonna have a choice. They're gonna be looking for him. He's gonna be a two-time better version than a healthy Michael Gallup. Pickens will give you 1,000 yards. Pickens is fast. He can blow the top off of defense. Pickens is a great run after catch guy. He's a big dude. He's physical. He's a violent blocker from the wide receiver position. You see what I'm saying? So he's gonna be a factor. Ain't no question about that. No question. It'll be some games where he just go completely off. And CD might be used as a decoy. Pickens is if they see, it's kind of like I'm saying, Brian, because see, we ain't seen it because they never had, they not since Amari Cooper been here. We haven't seen where CD don't get doubled on every single play. It is rare if CD got one-on-one coverage. He's gonna get his opportunities this year. When you throw in Jake Ferguson, don't ever forget that part. When you throw in Jake Ferguson in this mix too, who's gonna be open? Because Pickens is there, because Lamb is there. The middle of the field gonna be open. Matter of fact, if I'm a defensive coordinator, maybe I just need to do the show where everybody play defensive coordinator to play the Cowboys. Y'all can do that right now. Like, you got to give up something. When you got this type of talent on offense, I ain't saying it's the best talent, but I'm saying this type of talent will cause problems, real problems to a defense. Matchup problems everywhere. You're going to have to pick what are you willing to give up. If it's me, right off the top of my head, I'm going to make the running backs beat me. And if I got to give up somebody, if I got to pick who I want to kill me in the passing game, I'm picking Jake Ferguson. I'm letting him go one-on-one with safeties. I'm letting Jake Ferguson go one-on-one with linebackers. I'm not letting Pickens and Lamb kill me. I'm not. If I'm a defensive coordinator, I'm saying, okay, Jake Ferguson, you're going to have to be like Brock Bowers and with the Raiders. You got to be an all-pro tight end because you finna get your opportunity. Because you gonna catch 8-9 catches a game. You gonna have to get up a $150 and 2 touchdowns. Because C.D. Lamb and George Pickens, I'm gonna have a safety over the top. They're gonna have to beat me underneath. Now if that it want to throw slants all day and stop routes and come back route, and that beat me, so be it. But down the field, oh no, Jay Ferguson gonna have one-on-one. If I'm a defensive coordinator, this is what I'm doing. Who y'all got as running back? Williams, Blue, whoever else y'all got, that's who's going to have to beat me. I'm not letting CD and Pickens have 200 yards apiece. I'm not going to let it happen. You see the poison you got to pick now? That's all I'm saying. And trust me, Jake Ferguson, I'm going to go ahead and say it now. Jake Ferguson will have his greatest season this year, without a doubt. I'm just saying, Jake Ferguson this season will have his greatest season this year. Now, what does that mean? His best season. So go look at his stats. Whatever his stats are, I'm predicting it's going to be better, barring injury, of course. Barring injury. The reason why I'm saying that because it's simple. I don't think team. If you had to pick out of the three, it's Lamb, Pickens, or Ferguson, and you say, okay, out of those three, who you want to kill you? You gonna pick Ferguson. You ain't gonna pick CD or Pickens. So I'm predicting he gonna eat this year because of Pickens and Lamb being on the same field together. I mean, that's just common sense. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. That go Kojak Morales, Kid Cowboy. I'm glad you done made your appearance with your usual hating. I didn't expect you to show up now, but you're not getting my point. I agree with you. I don't think nobody's really scared of Jake Ferguson either. My point was, if you had to pick your poison between Lamb, Pickens, and Ferguson in the passing game to kill you, which one are you going to let beat you? It would be Jake Ferguson. So it's not a matter of if anybody's scared of him. I'm saying they're going to leave him single coverage. That's all I was saying. Kojak Morales, what about Dak? Dak going to do what Dak always has done as long as he's healthy. He going to throw for over 4,000 yards. Because that's what he does. He's going to have probably 30 touchdowns. The offense this year, with the addition of Pickens, will be a top 5, top 6 offense this year. Because that's what usually happens when Dak plays with offense. They usually the high ranking in offense. That ain't never changed. Dak is gonna do what he does. He is. Does that mean he's gonna be the best quarterback in the league? Probably not. Does that mean that he's gonna throw interceptions? Probably will. But he's still gonna have 30 touchdowns. It ain't like he's gonna have 25 interceptions. He might have 30 plus touchdowns and maybe 8, 9 interceptions. Well, you'll take that. I will. It's just the opportune time. That ain't the real issue, though. The real issue is when a bully come to Dallas and they try to bully us, are we gonna meet them with finesse or are we gonna meet them back with physicality? That's all I'm concerned about this year. That's all I'm worried about. I'm not worried about scoring. I want to know, can we hit people in the mouth? That's all I'm concerned about. Yeah, matter of fact, let's talk this language. And you know this is new because this ain't us. This just what I'm about to say right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave y'all. This is why it's so strange. Watch what I'm about to tell you this right now. Listen to this. And it don't even fit because it's not the Dallas Cowboys. Watch this, y'all. Can we go into games this year and be the bully? See how strange this sounds? Because it's not Dallas Cowboys. We used to finessing our way in and posing our will through the shotgun. Man, I ain't talking about no shotgun. You don't pose your will by shotgunning and all that. No. Can you line up with 2 tight ends and 1 running back and say, we're going to run the ball right here? We telling you we're going to run the ball right here, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Can we be the bully? Y'all understand what I'm saying? That don't even fit the Cowboys narrative. It don't. But that's what I'm hoping for. I'm sorry, I got a $10 super chat here. James Godley, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. What you say here? James said, I got to read his comment because he did that. Trust me, Philly fans are nervous, believe it. They're not going to say it. I don't know. It is what it is. It is. I hear Drew saying absolutely not. Y'all steal them boys. It's Kool-Aid season. I got, but see, and I'm not gonna knock Drew because his statement, even though he's a Philadelphia Eagle fan, and even though he said that, I actually agree with him. As of now, absolutely not. We're not. I just know the coaching staff that we have, and I know what they're trying or getting ready to try to implement, which is a brand of physicality. We are about to find out. I can't say Drew is wrong because we hadn't seen it yet. So we're about to find out. Yeah, I agree with you, Kid Cowboy. That's why I asked the question. Can we be what they trying to implement? Can we be a physical football team? We're about to find out. See, I'm one of them guys, I'm not going to say we are. I'm not because I ain't seen it yet. I got to see it first before I say, yeah, we physical. I can't say that. I don't, when you got the, I got questions about, okay, you add a Pickens, okay, you got Jake Ferguson, you got CeeDee Lamb, you got Tolbert, you got running backs who can catch the ball, you got Dak Prescott. I done heard them say we're going to run the ball for the last 8 years, but that really, like I said before, okay, now that you done had Pickens and you got CD, a legitimate question can be asked like, okay, what is the strength of your offense for real? It ain't the running backs. The strength of your football team is obviously your passing game. Now, so since that's the strength, the question is, okay, when you say you're going to run the ball, what does that really mean? Does running the ball mean we can run it when we have to, but we're not going to deny the strength of our offense? Our offense is our best players is related to the passing game. Our quarterback, our wide receivers, our tight end. It's not the running back. Let's just be honest, y'all. So are we really going to run the ball like a lot of y'all think we are? I don't know. That's what I'm going to be talking about in my content. I got to see it first. But I like what I'm seeing so far. All I can say, what up, landlord? Man, y'all had an awesome show last night, landlord. You, Henny, and West Coast, and Boss, y'all were awesome last night. Y'all cooked if y'all ain't never cooked before. Landlord, I need you to handle my show. I'm gonna send you something. Well, I need to see your schedule, landlord. Y'all welcome the great landlord from Alabama in here. That's my guy, man. I love him. We got to show him how the South do it. I'm here in Memphis. I'm just saying, when you add a Pickens, and you got a CeeDee Lamb, and you got a Jake Ferguson, and you got a Dak Prescott, and then you say, okay, who are your running backs? Okay, you tell them what your running backs are. Okay, what is the real strength of your offense? Your strength of your offense is your quarterback and your wide receivers. So now, and you don't want to go away from the strength of your football team. So when they say we want to bring a brand of physicality and we want to run the ball, okay, I know you do. But the fan base is thinking we about to be 50-50 or 60-40 running the ball. No, you're not. No. You don't want to deny the strength of your team. No. You're going to pass the ball. But I believe that the question is, can you run it when you got to? Can you run it when it's 4 minutes on the clock left and you got to lead? Can you say, okay, offensive line, we now turn the game over to you. Let's shut this thing down. Booker, BB, Guyton, Steele, Smith, we now turn the game over to you. Y'all done hit these guys for more than almost a whole 4 quarters. It's 4 minutes left. We got to get this clock down. Dominate now. I think that's what the running game. Pick your poison. If y'all want us to beat your brains out by passing the ball, we can do that. We got Pickens, Lamb. We got Jake. We got Dak. And if y'all want us to put this little light box up here, and you keep disrespecting my running backs with a 7-man light box. Oh, you want us to beat your brains out that way? Okay, we can do that too. That's how I think Schottenheimer gonna do this thing. I think Schottenheimer is really gonna be saying, "Oh, let me look at how y'all playing us. Oh, okay, y'all got that 2-share high. Oh, so you daring me to beat you in the running game? Okay, come here, Devontae Williams, come here, Blue. Tie their tail up out here. Go on, get it. Oh, okay. You run a single high safety? Really? And I got Pickens and Lamb out there? And Jake? Oh, really? That's what you want? Oh, okay. Dak, get in the pistol. Shotgun. Go on, tie him up. I think that's what Schottenheimer really going to be doing. I think we can do it all now. Well, Drew, I can't argue with you. That is the record, but got to play the game now. You got to play the regular season before you get to the playoffs. The Cowboys gonna be a problem, man. The Cowboys gonna be a problem. The roster says. Trust me. Why I got some Eagle fans in here. That's fine. And I got some Cowboy fans who don't like Dak or whatever. I don't care whatever side of the track you on, that's the side you on. Let me tell y'all something. In real life, trust me, defensive coordinators have a problem. When they got Pickens, the way that you played the Dallas Cowboys, you had to ball that thing up and throw it in the garbage can. When Pickens got here, you got to come up with a total different way that you got to play the Cowboys now. It's just the truth. And y'all can say what y'all want to say. Trust me, you got to spend more hours now game planning against the Cowboys because they got a lot They got a lot. They got a lot that you got to deal with on offense. They got a lot. It is what it is. Landlord, I'm gonna send you an email, and we'll take it from there. I still think I got your email. I know I do. I'm gonna send you, and I got your number. Forget that, landlord. I'm gonna text you I don't know if you're at work or not, but I'm here at work. I'll text you and we'll do it that way. I just need to know your schedule and then we'll make it happen. Landlord and Henny, man, they so funny. If y'all didn't see the show last night, go to Boss. I think Landlord may have it on his channel. I don't know. Landlord, if you got it on your channel from last night, just let the chat know. If y'all didn't see these fools last night, the West Coast, Boss, Henny, and Landlord, man, look, them guys were cooking last night. I'm serious, man. I enjoyed every second of it. All right, I gotta get out of here. I'm already late. I appreciate everybody hanging with me. All the content creators that came in, popped in on me this early in the morning. I appreciate it. I'm going to get with you guys hopefully maybe Saturday evening or something like that, so we can talk again. I'm gonna have to continue this conversation here because some of y'all ain't thinking football wise. I need you to get out of your feelings about that. Well, some of y'all can't do that. Um, shoot. I need you to think from on the field how much of a problem the Cowboys are about to be. It's just no question about it. They're about to be a problem for defensive coordinators because you literally do have to pick your poison now. All right. We'll talk about that more. And maybe, depending on what I got going, maybe I have my brother with me, maybe Landlord or somebody else, and we'll talk about it together and we'll figure it out. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for hanging with me this morning. I'm out of here. I got to go to work. I'm late, but fortunately, I'm a salary guy, so I'm good. Until I see y'all next time, Landlord, I'm going to text you in a minute, bro. This has been the one and the only. This is the Big Time Show.